Harish Kalyan from Ring IQ TV. I'm joined by Hamzah Sheeraz after 4 years. That's the last time I interviewed, man. How you doing?
I'm very well. I'm happy for you. I see you're killing it with your page and everything. So I'm happy for you, bro.
Thank you very much, Hamzah. A good performance the other day. Didn't last long. Another title to your collection. How do you rate that performance?
It was a good performance. You know what it is, at the end of the day, I don't want to dwell on it too much. I'm one of them fighters. Once it's done, and we move on to the next goal. So yeah, if we're reflecting on it, I've done my thing. I've done it quick, and massive respect to River Wilson Bent. He's one of probably the most nicest, respectful opponents I've ever had. Before the fight, it was about business, and afterwards, it was honest and fair. So thanks to him, man.
Do you get frustrated when the fight is over so quickly after you've trained for so long?
Do you know what it is? Not really, nah, not really. Obviously, it would be nice to go a few more rounds, I say that. But when it's over in two, you're like, all right, cool, I've gone about my business and I'm ready on to the next. And the least damage you take, the longer you last in the sport. So, alhamdulillah for that.
Since the last time we spoke, obviously, you're with Ricky Funes now. I mean, how did you get in touch with him? How did that come about?
Through Taz. He knew Ricky. I don't know how, but he knew Ricky, and Ricky didn't really want to work with fighters, but I don't know, something gave him the trigger to work with me, and our relationship has been great so far, man. So yeah, Ricky, if you see this, thank you, mate.
What's the difference between him and your past coaches? What does he do different? How is he inside the gym and outside the gym?
You know what it is, I can't really compare because while we're at it, I've got to thank all my coaches I've been with. Lenny Butcher, he had me, Dominic Negus, Eddie Kelly, Will Jones, all these guys. They've all added something to get me where I am today. So I can't sit here and compare them and say compared to Ricky, they're this and that. At the end of the day, each and every one of them gave me, let's say for example, they gave me a tool for my toolbox. Do you know what I mean? They gave me a tool for my toolbox, and yeah, just if they do see it, just thanks to all of them. And even though I don't speak to one or two of them, I never go ungrateful and I never thank them. So thanks to them.
How is he outside the gym? Is he like a strict person? I mean, does he oversee you outside the gym as well? Whatever you.
I'm a very disciplined fighter, and the reason why I'm so disciplined is because I stick by my religion. And our religious teachings teach us to live a disciplined life. So it kind of goes hand in hand with boxing, and it makes it a lot easier for me. But in the ring, Ricky's on me. He's on me like a hawk. In the gym, he's on me like a hawk. Out of the ring, he lets me be, because we've got that trust. We've got that fighter coach trust, and he knows I'd never mess about.
Amongst your team, have you spoken about your plans for next year? I mean, have there been any talks about world titles or anything like that yet?
You know what it is, I think now the term fighting for world titles gets chucked around so loosely, because nowadays most fighters don't really earn their spot, whereas I want to get myself in a mandatory position, because by the time I get myself in a mandatory position, the necessary experience needed in order to become an elite fighter would have been done, would have been gained, would have been banked, and I'll be ready. So that's my take on that.
Obviously, I want to speak about Amir Khan as well, if you've got no issue speaking about him.
That's fine.
Yeah. Obviously, he made some comments. Did you look up to Amir Khan growing up?
You know what it is, when I was a kid, yeah, I used to watch him on ITV. Used to see him all the time win all these titles and everything, and it was a great thing to see, the first British Pakistani to do it. And I've always given him credit for that. The first British Pakistani to do it. Yeah, I've always given credit for it, but I don't know who's been mixing up the words and stirring. I've always given credit. What he's done is amazing. If I achieved half of what he achieved, I'll be a happy man. And yeah, man, whatever's happened, I don't know who's got in his ear. Someone's definitely been shit stirring. That's the only theory I can really come to. Obviously, me working with Taz has maybe sparked a little bit. Maybe he thinks Taz tells me bad things about him, which is not the case at all. Taz, if anything, praises him all the time. Like, people need to understand this. He praises him 24/7 on his thing. So, yeah, the only thing I've said obviously was a tweet I put out about him getting hit hard by Canelo. But as a fighter, you got that fire in your belly. If someone's talking on your name, and send him for you, you're going to retaliate. It's a natural thing to do. Out of all the things I could have retaliated really with, I think that was nothing. Because I wanted to be a bit smart about things and I didn't want to be a total jerk about things. So, yeah, man.
Did that kind of throw you off board? With obviously Amir just blasting you like that?
Did it throw me off the ball? It did, but when the other interviews come out, you know what I mean? It's one of them ones. He called me arrogant, he called me ignorant. I think 99% of the boxing world know that I'm far from it. And I mean that in a very nice way. And I think what people fail to understand is that I know I've got a long way to go to win world titles. I don't think I'm a world champion yet. I know I will be a world champion. There's a difference. I don't think I'm one now. I know I will be one in the future, inshallah. I'm just going about my business. I don't think I'm really stepping in on anyone's toes. I'm doing my own thing. As you can see, we're doing our own thing. And I think one thing he's upset about is that I don't always mention his name and I don't say he opened doors for me. The reason being is because I don't feel like he's opened any doors for me, and I'll tell you why. Because my pro contract, myself and my father got. It was us and my first coach, Dominic Negus. He got me my first pro contract, and from there we've been doing our own thing. And I'm not hating him for it. I'm not saying that. That's it. He was a busy man. He had titles to win. He had titles to defend. He's doing his thing. He's got businesses to run. He's got stuff to do. I'm not saying like I need your help. It's not that. I'll give him enough credit for what it is. But when it comes to opening doors, I believe only Allah and my family have done that for me, and I've been doing it the hard way.
I mean, how do you settle this? Do you want to settle it with him? I mean, do you want to send him a message? Do you want to throw an exhibition out? How do you want to settle it? Listen,
whatever way he wants to settle it, we'll settle it. If he wants to sit down, we'll sit down. Wants a phone call, like I said, we have a phone call. And if there's still an underlying issue and is going about sticking it on me, I'm not someone who fights on the street. I'm not a gangster. I'm far from it. I don't think I'm a gangster. I think the only reasonable way to do it would be to get in the ring, and I mean that respectfully. I don't mean sitting here I'm saying, yo, yeah, let's fight and that. But listen, if he's going on about this whole gangster talk, sticking it on me, this, that, the other, I'm a professional fighter. I get paid to fight in the ring, and if you want to go about it that way, let's do it.
Cool. Last thing, obviously we'll end on a better note.
On a more light-hearted note, as they say.
100%. A big fight for the British fans, probably around the world as well, this Saturday. Obviously Tyson Fury's fighting Derek Chisora. What do you make of that fight? I mean, are you going to tune in? Will you be there?
I'll be there. Obviously, Tyson Fury, fellow Queensbury fighter. They're probably the most elite of the stable, the biggest in the world, the biggest in boxing, one of the greatest heavyweights out there at the minute. So I'll definitely be there ringside, like I was in his last fight against Dillian Whyte. It's amazing to watch him. Do you know what I mean? I've never actually spoke to him, and I'd love to be fair, if I got the opportunity. But listen, just to watch him is amazing, and I feel like he'll do a solid number on Chisora.
You reckon he'll stop him again?
I got a round 6, 7, 8 prediction that he's just gonna ping his head off with a jab and then just finish him off. I can see a similar Dillian Whyte fight, similar uppercut or a hook or something, or like a hook around his guard. So let's see what happens. That's my prediction anyway.
I mean, do you believe he'll go down as the greatest of our generation, even if he doesn't fight Usyk or AJ, or does he have to fight them?
Not really. I still think he does. Obviously, for the public, you know what it is? Boxing critics and boxing fans are the hardest to please. I think everyone's established this. They said he needs to fight before he fought Wilder. They said he needs to fight Wilder to establish who he is. He fought Wilder, he drew. He fought him 3 times, beat him twice, drew once, and now they're still saying he needs to fight Usyk, he needs to fight Joshua. The only fight I think that would be good to see is not even the Usyk fight, it's the Joshua fight, because it's a great British dust-up, and it would just be Matchroom versus Queensbury, Fury versus Joshua, 2 of the biggest heavyweights. Regardless of Joshua losing to Usyk, it don't matter. It's still a massive fight, and one I'd love to see, man.
Hamzah, thank you very much for the invite and taking time out to talk to Ring IQ TV, and best of luck, and I'll see you Saturday.
Massive thank you to you. I just want to thank you for giving me the opportunity on your platform, for coming down, and not just me, just, you know, I'd like to thank yourself and the media on behalf of all the professional fighters, all the athletes. People like what people in boxing they don't realise is people like you, people like Uma IFL, people like Dev coming out and allowing us platform to speak is what makes boxing boxing. So thank you to you.
Much appreciated, man. Take care.